Alright, it's been a minute or so. Oh, and I have done absolutely zero preparation for that I was going to record. I completely forgot that the thing I was working on, I was using the second monitor for. It does power. That surprises me. Okay. Looks like I'm actually more prepared than I expected just because I haven't actually closed anything since last time. I've just got that little note to myself to skip the Pet Cove cutscene from when I forgot it last time. So, okay, I honestly forget where we were. I think it was. I mean, what we are is at the 32% mark. Hopefully, we get further than that. But yeah, so I think, if I recall correctly, we just did Pet Cove. We just got access to pets, and now we're going to go to Gnarled Forest. I don't know whether or not the pets were the correct decision. It feels like there are places. It feels like there should be places they can get you faster. Oh, no. Pets are necessary, actually, because you need them to dig up the. Well, I don't know how necessary they are, but there are a couple of quest chain missions which do require them. So I knew there was the skeleton dragon one, but that's quite a long way off. But there's also the buried treasure in Avant Gardens, which I did forget about. So I guess technically we could. I swear my character was doing something very weird with his arms a second ago. Am I going mad? Quite possibly. So yeah, I think. Did we get the mission to go to Gnarled Forest? Assuming we did. Yeah. Okay. So I think the play is just to. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess so. This is a good question to actually ask. Is the play to full send Gnarled Forest and do all of the missions there possible? I'm trying to work out if there are any. Yeah, there are prerequisites because they're in Gnarled Forest for Forbidden Valley, so it would make sense if we do prerequisites in Gnarled Forest, we get those Forbidden Valley missions for free. But again, I'm just assuming that the quest chain is the best place to pick up lots of use score, and I don't know if that's the case. This isn't something I haven't really looked at sufficiently, and there's no hugely great metric for judging how long it would take a given achievement to complete. Where's my super suit? Sorry. I've spent way too long with certain friends. And yet not long enough. Okay, do I? Sure, why not? I mean, this is also a good thing to do. I should pick that stuff up as I go along. But, oh no, I don't need to do that, do I? Because I've already got that. And I'm not expecting. Yeah. I'm not expecting to pick up an absolute ton of pets. I mean, there are multiple missions you complete when you do get pets, because there are ones. There are ones like throughout. There are ones for collecting all the pets in Gnarled Forest. There are, I think. I don't recall if there are any missions. Oh, so one thing which is worth doing whilst we're here. I feel like it's worth doing whilst we're here. Maybe it isn't if we only do this. Maybe it would be better to do this at some point in the future. I'm not certain. But I guess at some point we are going to need to sell stuff. I stopped and spent time selling earlier. this could be an opportunity, and we're already getting the party pants, so we could already have sold. But yeah, getting 3 hardtack biscuits because we've got a mission for that later. I can't think of anything else, or actually have a mission to get, which we could get from that vendor though. So whether or not that's worth the detour, it might not be. Because we're going to... Thing is, whilst we are going to have to... My mind was just like, that must be Nate. It was not Nate the Snake. Very sad. Like, I know he only spawns in... I haven't picked up the mission for him, and he only spawns in Nimber Station. So there's no way it could have been him. But that didn't stop my mind telling me. Alright, we don't have any ranged weapons. That's dumb of me. So, how many faction tokens do we have by this stage? We probably don't have many, right? We have 54. It would be really, really great if we had a ranged weapon for this in the route. And we can get one. Where did I get those faction tokens? Was that from... Actually, yeah, where did I get those? Because I don't think I've opened any... It would make sense for me to have opened packs, but I don't think I have opened any faction token packs, have I? Where did I get... Like, 54 faction tokens is a reasonable number. And to my knowledge, I've just been... What, in... Avant Gardens, I hadn't ground out any number of faction tokens. Oh, I also meant to go back to Avant Gardens. Yeah, where did I get those? Did I just open... I never open faction token packs, though. So I swear I would have remembered if I had. I haven't sold any faction gear. And you don't get... raw faction token or faction tokens on their own from from completing missions. You do get faction tokens from Nexus Tower, but you don't get any of them on their own. Where did those come from? That's genuinely confusing me, because I don't think I have not done any fighting in Avant Gardens with my faction gear. I did backtrack to Avant Gardens, I think. I don't think I did any fighting there. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know how we got those, but assume, for the sake of argument, I can reliably get them, then what I want to get is, I think, Samurai. No, that's an offhand. There's no... That's annoying. Don't have the levels or the faction tokens. Okay, wait a second. Does the... I'm assuming this doesn't do any damage. No, it doesn't. So we need something that can do ranged damage so we can smash. I mean, there are alternatives. I could just buy an absolute ton of firecrackers. That would work for what I'm thinking. Basically, for maximum speed, you want to be able to shoot the crates. That's... Yeah, okay, so Knight's Helm doesn't have anything fairly certain. Samurai Helm, boost armor of nearby characters, neither of those are helpful. And we'd need rank 2 for anything else. The only thing we could even feasibly get rank 2 for is Space Ranger. But that's... when I'm not certain where I got all these faction tokens from, that's a little bit of a stretch. So for now, I'm going to go back to Avant Gardens to check on one thing with the Spider Queen. Because there was something I thought of last time, and I never went back and actually did. And I've never checked what actually happens with it, so let's do that now. I still wonder what happens if I die, like, now. I can't think of any way I could die, but I don't think my character's completely unloaded at that stage. I guess I could use the oh, what's it called? Hand weapon, Maelstrom dagger. I could in theory use that to die as I get onto a as I'm flying off on the rocket. That's doable. Hello, human being. I guess minifigure. Don't see many of you around here. Feeling slightly bad for not being the most sociable at the moment, but and yeah, I can't just go and do that mission because I'm assuming that we're doing that we're not allowing knockout abusing, so that daily mission would not have reset. So yeah, I'm will I get not the boss of me? Or I can do it on my own. I think maybe that's the one, because I think there's an achievement for smashing the Spider Queen for the first time on your own, and I don't want to get that. I mean, I presume. I mean, if there is one, I'll find out about it when I do get it, and regardless, I want to test this. We'll just work out the amount of extra XP it gives me. I keep saying XP, you score. We all know it's an XP system. I'm not really convincing anyone. Otherwise, yeah, don't care. Can't remember. The Spider Cave isn't bad for early game faction token farming. I doubt I could survive it particularly well, but it is worth thinking about, at least, I guess. Should just check any of this recording. Oh, good, it is. It's always something which I feel like, yeah, I might have just forgotten that. Alright. I love how readily the Nexus Force just has access to time travel. And it's never used once. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna try and shoot me, you know. No. I absolutely failed to dodge it. Smashed it. That smash that? Okay, yes it will. So 1, 2, 3, 1. And then next hit will smash it because, well, yeah, let's just double check. Okay, so the reason I did that was I didn't remember if this was a 1, 2, 2 or a 1, 1, 2. It's a 1, 1, 2. Judging by that, anyway. Okay, so the idea, what I just want to test out is you can get one hit of damage in. Before the spiderlings spawn. So I just wonder whether or not, what happens if you do smash these before? Okay, now we have to actually do the fight. I guess in an actual run I'd have no need to do this. No, I sold it, damn it. I was being too accurate to what would be useful in an actual run, it seems. I sold the 222 weapon. I did not sell the elite cleaver. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh boy, I might actually die. A long time since I've died on the Spider Queen. Wait, are the patterns different? I can't normally... That call's normally safe. Oh, so why anyway? And actually die on this. This is going to be a little bit of a meme. Yeah, so normally I can stand and continuously attack on that space, but last time they shot something there. Which confuses me. Okay, we're safe now. Odd. And we're standing far enough away, we're not getting hit by the double attacks, which is useful. Why am I hitting with this? Not okay. Where are they? No, I'm not going to get there in time. No, 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 no. Well, that's annoying. Yes, we're doing another phase. So we're gonna, yeah, have a couple respawning. There's a little bit of manipulation you can do on where they spawn, or at least you could on LCDRU. I don't know if it's the same here. I'd assume it probably is. Okay, so this time I'm gonna be, yeah. This time I'm gonna be ready to change to the speedy cap. I think is the plan. That ready. That will stand me in good stead until then. Because I get protected from damage for 30 seconds. Up to 10 damage, I think it is, for a short time. And I've got armor polish. So let's do this. I'm somewhat wasting resources, but they're not resources I ever commonly use, so I'm not too concerned about them. So continue to wail, and now we just need to. No. Okay. Ready? Where is it? Okay, so I just want to hit you once. Okay, and I didn't get that one. But what happened over there? That did... Okay. I did not know that was a thing. I should double check this doesn't like soft lock me or something, because that is kind of possible. It doesn't. Okay, so that is a feasible way of, yeah, making the cutting timeout. I mean, that makes if we ever get to the stage where hardcore LU runs are done on time, because everyone's getting the same achievements, that makes hardcore LU run certain parts of it faster. It also makes certain parts of it much, much, much easier. What happens if I just leave? Can I just leave? Because I don't want to get the extra U score from winning. I can just leave. Cool. I'm gonna do that then. There's no reason not to. Alright, okay. So, yeah, so you can pre-damage statues. It's kind of hard to get to them in time, but that is something you can do. It's good to know. That was not what was meant to happen there. Honestly, I look forward to rank 2 Space Ranger. It's because rank 2 you become more or less invincible against hordes. Because you get like imagination every time you smash, not imagination, armor every time you smash an enemy. So like, you get protected from 10 damage for a short amount of time, and then in that time you can smash enemies. I think that it might be, is it the samurai where you get protected from all damage for a short amount of time? I don't recall. I don't know if, though, the samurai has the... Wow, I'm bad. I don't know if the samurai has the same restoring feature. We will ignore my incompetence for the moment, or at least I will. I'm not ignoring my incompetence. Okay, hopefully you can ignore my incompetence for the moment. There are people here who've seen me do that particular set of jumps to mind-numbing oblivion. I'm kind of doubting myself on this idea of Quest Chain achievements being the fastest. It just felt like they would be. I don't think I have a character on this account that's far enough that I can test the Maelstrom Dagger. Oh, no, I think I do, actually. I think I might have gotten one of my characters to Maelstrom Dagger stage, so I'm also just going to... now will be out of character. Is it worth testing, Nunja? But let's just see if I do have... it's any character, it'd be this guy. And I may or may not be soft-locked. Doesn't look like I'm soft-locked. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to leave. Ooh. Has this changed? No, it hasn't. This is something a friend is working on. Some of it... you may or may not have seen it depending on whether you know him, but I won't show it off too heavily. If I do that at some point, that will be a thing in and of itself, because it's cool. It's very cool. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm assuming I have a Maelstrom Dagger? I don't. Great, yeah, I have a Batlord Cape but no Maelstrom Dagger. Well, guess I test that another time then. So we get back to... It's annoying. Very yes. Okay, so where do we go now? I mean, yeah, just Gnarled Forest then, I guess. And we run... it's just annoying not having a ranged weapon of any sort. I'm fairly certain that even, like, the stun grenade won't damage... I forget the rules for when you get damaged by that, actually. So I know... I'm wondering whether or not... So it does 15 damage. I thought it was 15 damage the chests do to enemies. Sometimes when you hit them, they will smash you. I think if you're outside of a certain radius, they don't insta-kill you. So what I'm wondering is, could we... Because we've got quite a good bit of range on the zip gun. So could we get to a safe enough distance we won't be insta-killed, and then smash it? Or, why am I caring that much about dying? It's not hardcore OU. No real reason I should care. Yeah, that guy's going to give me the mission for the 3 gets, but we wouldn't be there. Sorry, 3 hardtack biscuits. I'm assuming this doesn't do like 1 damage or something. Yep. Nothing useful. Wait a sec. Was that because I stunned that, or that No. I'm so confused because this also lasted much longer first time. But anyway. So I guess it's just... I guess Kamikaze is probably the optimal strategy. We just run in and die, but it's fine because we take everyone else out. I think that might be the plan. We can try. Oh! Well, I don't have to. Okay. Strat, so let's get these 4 rounds. Yeah. Okay, that's an easy and fast way of doing that, and more importantly, that's a fast method of grinding later on in the game. Love the lighting there. No idea what happens, but... Ow, bad sometimes. Yeah, so I feel like it's... I feel like it's fairly worth it to go through this question, but I don't know. Yeah, we are getting given good amounts of... good amounts of use score for not actually doing all that much. Let's well smash these guys what's down here. Did not smash them. Okay. Well, another time. So we want to aggro everything. Come on. So I don't have to deal with anything else. Of course that wouldn't work. Huh. I'm not expecting it to continue shooting after I'd smashed the barrel, but that's alright. Got that, and so yeah, the idea is just complete as many things as I can in one area and just keep moving on. So this is just, I do 1 pass in Gnarled Forest. There's as many achievements as I can in that pass. I think that's how I'm going to do it. It's just go off of a rule of minimize backtracking. Like, this is all very heuristic. There are... I mean, at the very least, you could brute force this. I'm sure there are more efficient algorithms I could pick to try and solve this. But for any such algorithm, I'd actually need, like, accurate data. So when I optimized the Hearts and Imagination, Vanguard and speedrun early on, that was because I managed to rule out many routes very heuristically, and like simplify things down to there are like 1 or 2 important decisions, and I'll just manually run, and we'll distinguish between them later. Picking these up because I will need a fair number of bananas and like 1 inventory slot. can't hurt to get. That is 120. It's 120, and I can take out those things. Guess. I mean, I don't think we need any more by now, but this not too much. But yeah, so like, I'm getting 105 U score from just walking over there. That's why I feel like it's so worth it to do the main quest chain. And I've already got what he wants, so it is possible to do that in a single jump, but it's without it. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I'm being very unclear about. It's possible to do it whilst landing on this smooth surface rather than landing down there without a speed boost with the double jump. And yeah, see what I mean? I'm just got all the stuff I'm going to need. And now more. This isn't the route. This is not the route I normally take. I'm fairly certain it's less efficient than the route I normally take. Oh well. All for completeness, give you a sense of what route it is I normally take. Just if you're using this as an early game strategy guide, whatever. Wait, we're getting 110. No, we're not. And yeah, ignore that. I was way too busy checking these. I couldn't tell if we were actually getting XP from feeding those guys individually. Can build your weapon. I don't have the imagination to build all speed boost my way across there, so let's get some quickly. You need to do one or the other to get across. Yeah, I'm getting 105 XP from just feeding them. And literally each one of those I go to, so that means this mission give me way too much. Thanks, I mean, and now I get another 110. Somewhat OP. Okay, so I think so we've got this now. It's useful in fighting things. Well, it would be, but I now know I can use the zip gun. So I think yeah, that's 120. This is 110. So I'm gonna call worth on these. I should have begun to smash myself already. Well, let's wait and see what happens when I smash myself. When I do this and smash myself midway through again. Because that's a long cutscene. And I think it will show it if I go back. Am I? Okay, that gets you out of the cutscene. Okay, I was not aware that was a thing. So it's just that it... Cool. That's kind of big. So yeah, it's just that it... I always assumed you couldn't get out of cutscenes with that. It's just most cutscenes aren't long enough that is a useful skip. But it is a skip. This is, I think, bad. I think I shouldn't be doing smashing that, because I think they respawn pretty quickly here. Oh, Well, not quickly enough. Okay, that works. Gentlemen. Might be in range, so just keep an eye out there. That was why I was keeping an eye out. Okay, they're still there, so it might take a minute for that to actually despawn. Let's get both of these over here. Yeah, let's get both of them. But, maybe I still will. Just gonna tank. There we are. Cool. So that's yeah, fairly efficient. It's a stroke of luck that this is long enough range that we can smash those crates without taking damage. And it's very useful we can get through all of that in one go. Now, do we want to bother smashing the 8? Is there any benefit to doing so? I can't think of one off the top of my head. I should split it out. Even if it damages me, it doesn't matter that much, because I get my shield, it does 5 damage per hit. Again, new places, quest chain achievements, easy money. I think it's just 5 cannonballs. I know I normally get too many. Yeah, okay, that is. Not worth smashing myself there. Okay, I know when this originally came out, there was a note on how to start this when it got bugged like that. It got bugged and didn't start, and it was just like hit one particular key. But I not managed to find that key since, so I'm just gonna. I'm going to relog because this will get me. As long as you do like relatively well, you will get an achievement from this, as well as mission progress, and importantly the hat that lets you get back here for free, which may well be very important later on. Might also be an idea to stock up on local area consumables. What? Not bad. We'll try to ignore how incredibly well I'm playing. What? I beg to differ. Oh, okay, my foot slipped there, but oh no, Brian. Not quite as good at this. For those who don't know, Brian's someone who's been working on grinding out like the highest achievement on this particular mode, which is a stupid number of points. Rip my own ship. no way I'm getting up to anywhere near 500,000 in that, but that's all right. So yeah, we made. Yeah, see what I mean? Worth it. Assist between worlds, didn't know that. I really wouldn't have expected the help screen to persist and I did. Okay, what do I do? I go to this guy. I think there's a route here. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I thought, okay, are we ever going to have cause to come back in there again? Back in that direction. Do you sell hardtack biscuits? Yes, you do. Okay. Got some hot chocolates, got some hardtack biscuits. I don't think there are any more area localized items I can think of in that she'll sell in Gnarled Forest, or that any Gnarled Forest vendor will sell. Because there are only two Gnarled Forest vendors which will sell you consumables. Or gear for that matter. And it's the two we visited. But yeah, we almost certainly want to go to Crooks Prime. Like, Crooks Prime is nearly a guarantee just because there is so much nearly free XP in Crooks Prime. And I think that's basically what's going to get us the routes. That's what's going to help simplify down the route, is the fact that there are a certain number of places we need to go and a certain number of missions we need to do to get to Crooks Prime. And there are a ton of missions we can kind of get on the way, as it were. And hopefully that's enough to get us to a near optimal level 30. Well, it won't be enough. I'm pretty certain. I think I would need Ninjago for that. Not 100% certain. I could do Ninjago before Gnarled Forest, actually. Would get me the Shurikens of... Well, if I went up to Shurikens of Ice, which is what I usually do. But then again, it's not necessarily... Okay, where am I even trying to go? Oh yeah, Duke Exeter. Wow, he gives you surprisingly little XP for these missions. I don't know how long they actually take. Okay, so this is one we definitely do want to go this way. We don't need to stop off in Nimbus Station for any reason. But yeah, if anyone could let me know where those 54 faction tokens came from. I'd be really interested to know, because I can't think where they did. And like, I checked in my backpack and I found I've got all of these. Or at least I've got some of those, and I don't think. I mean, regardless, I wouldn't have gotten 50 faction tokens for anything like that. I'm just really confused because nothing gives you faction tokens as a reward. I suspect because I suspect that's just how the mission system works. I think it's the only way you could give faction tokens as a reward, because it has a specific ID. I suspect the only way you could for each the tokens for each different faction have a specific ID. I seem to recall, and I think it's a script which changes that upon dropping. I think. I might be misremembering, but I think that's about right. Because Uchu used to have a mod. Well, it's not exactly a mod. Like there's no kind of proof this wasn't how the servers worked in live. It was just a use case you could never have in live. It was basically a useful tool for the developers, which was like, I say developers, for anyone just messing around in it. And I was too slow to click that. No, I wasn't. Alright, that wasn't useful. I don't know why that wasn't useful, but alright, so you can effectively just grind here as well. Because there's a fairly easy achievement, Firefighter. Yeah. Especially with the AoE. A ranged AoE weapon. Pretty easy. The blowing out noise is no longer jump scaring me, which is quite nice. I've finally grown a client size to it. The creepiness of that. Is it? I'm debating whether it actually is worth my time doing this, but we'll see how much XP it is. And someone can always subtract it off if necessary. So I've just started my 4th year. Okay. Come on. Tell me how much? 220? What the heck? I'm assuming there's not a second tier of that achievement. How is that? Right. That's surprisingly large amount. Yeah, so I've just started it's my 2nd year at uni, and 2nd year at uni. Words are not doing well. My 4th year at uni, and it's the freshers week for the students who are coming here to study and do a masters, and my voice is dead. I've been hanging out chatting with so many people, and oh, my voice is going. Okay, so Friends Ninja, Ravencloud Gate. I'm assuming this is Ravencloud Gate. Find both. That's 200. Well, allow me to quickly get 220. That's like an achievement. I never go this way over the gates. So that is. But for 220 use score, that's worth it. Because I can just do that. Easy money. I think I've also minorly messed up. I mean, that's use score I've never gotten in my life. But yeah, so I think this also means that it's worth leaving from this way. So I didn't talk to the ninja by the start, because I know he gives you a mission for Raven's Bluff, but I'm fairly certain he also tells you to talk to Kenji the Wise. Yeah. Okay, so you do want to talk to him first off. Then you want to barely scrape through that jump. As close as you can get to falling off, the better, because it makes you look really, really cool. And it makes me look as though I'm slightly more competent if that jump looks harder. Okay, and then we talk to him. Again, 205 you score. It's worth it. That's why I was like, yeah, we've got to do the main quest chain stuff. So those, I think, are the lanterns. If I smash 100 of those, I get something, but that's not going to happen, because those are nowhere near as easy as the firefighter stuff. Okay, this should be fairly straightforward. I need to grind these guys. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I'm not going to do this just yet, because there might be a mission from one of these guys to do it. Normally this wouldn't really faze me, and honestly this might not be a problem in the speedrun, because, like, if it may well be that these are just the place you end up grinding, because those are very easy to fight en masse. Well, if I recall correctly, at any rate, as a space ranger. So cool. I guess we potentially lose coins doing that, but I feel like that's quite a long cutscene. So yeah, okay, that is just confirmation. Smashing yourself does skip cutscenes. Nice to know. And I apologise for anyone who was very confused by the Skype notification. Because actually that wasn't me. I say that as though anyone thinks they still have Skype. Pretty certain it's just me. Honestly, maybe that was one to smash myself during. The issue is that it will lose me coins. It will lose me 200 coins each time I do. Okay, so that's kind of boring. Let's go. That just requires going from place to place. No interesting skips with that. And then the final one, is the guy over there smashing Ronin? I think he might be smashing Horseman. Wasn't really something I was going to rush towards. Okay, I will have to smash one, but only one. No, okay. It is Ronin. Maybe it tells me to smash Horseman later, or maybe I'm entirely forgetting. Either way, that's cool. We can go down this way. So yeah, during one of the induction events, I was chatting to someone, and we ended up discussing interactive fiction, which was something I didn't know was a thing. But apparently it is. And yeah, it was doing that. I drew the analogy to video games and why I thought so. The example given was, say, in the story, a character has to walk 100 miles. In these interactive fiction things, I'm assuming it's on your phone or something, the idea is they might say, okay, you can't turn the page until you have yourself walked 100 miles or something like that, which I thought was a really cool idea. Kind of made my first reaction, which may have been slightly demeaning, was the Pokemon Go of literature, but it was interesting. But that's but I found it really interesting from the perspective of, so I think it's probably most efficient to just go from area to area and pick these up. That's a guess. And of course I completely forgot to get one of these, which is actually on the tree. But yeah, so having possibly slightly insulted him by describing him as Pokemon kind of literature, I was kind of like, well, I then began to discuss how I thought I was actually I thought it was a really interesting concept, because video games have quite a pull to them in the fact that you are controlling the character. That gives you a level of investment. That's quite nice. But the thing I always find video games is basically all of them are just sitting down, doing something. And doing something on your computer, which is, a little bit meh. Like, I was having a discussion with someone absolutely ages ago. My ideal video game, I'm fairly certain, is Mario Kart, but it's on stationary bikes. I think that just sounds like so much fun. So you just have a TV screen or something. Obviously expensive. So obviously not exactly practical the way things are at the moment, because traditional stationary bikes are just stupidly expensive. Why do I not have a thing to pick up? I think I just missed picking up a mission in Gnarled Forest. I think I should have talked to the guy by the parrots. And I think he would have given me a mission to pick up three rocket parts, which I could get very efficiently on route to all of these. Why am I going up here? Don't want to do that. But yeah, in the course of this conversation, I kind of was like, it seems a really interesting thing, because okay, it gets actually a more physical involvement, like you are having to go out of your way to do something. That's kind of cool. That's one of the things which I think made Pokemon Go so engaging at the time. Like there's an actual level of physical personal investment in this. That's really cool as a concept. This is why you don't have. So you don't take off your hat, which gives you magical defense in order to get a speed boost. That's not what I wanted. I want to get a little bit of armor, please. That was not, in fact, armor. That was a crash. I think the game may have been slightly confused. But yeah, and then the conversation continued, and I was kind of discussing. Yeah, it seems a really cool idea. You kind of have that investment, but you also don't lose effectively like the artistic vision of the author. Like, you have a set of expectations when you're reading a book, and the set of expectations is not that you will have a huge amount of freedom. In games, I will be very, very disappointed if I don't have an absolute ton of freedom. In books, I don't care. I'm not expecting to be the one in control. I wasn't intending to do that, but I just want. There we are. Okay, some armor. That's what I needed. But yeah, and so I was drawing the analogy to video games, and the person I was talking to was like, "Oh, do you play any video games?" And I was like, yes, one. And then had to explain how, yes, there was this game which closed down in January 2012 after under a year's worth of runtime, of which I had played 6 months, and that I then spent a large amount of time playing it after it released, after another group of people spent an even larger amount of time reviving it and rebuilding the servers for it from scratch. Just like, question, oh, so do you play any games? Well, kind of. I mean, yeah, technically I do, but it's... But explaining it gets confused reactions. Yeah. I mean, I know I can smash myself to now stuns. Not that that's really something I'd want to do in this scenario. Yeah. Oh, big, you're scary. Don't care. And again, yeah, 205 XP. You score for rescuing each of those guys when they are so incredibly easy to rescue. Like, why wouldn't I? Oops, I was smashing the wrong thing. I was attacking the wrong thing there. Let's go for a little bit of this. Smash this guy quickly. If I rebuild that once it's smashed. It might be faster to just... Ooh, that'd be edgy. You could... What if I just tanked damage and did this over at the... And did this over at Cavalry Hill? That would be really edgy, but it could. Because those have quite a long despawn and respawn timer. So it might be faster just to tank and Cavalry Hill. And yeah, just to give you a sense, in spite of having been fairly efficient with fighting enemies whenever we have, just because we haven't spent much time actively fighting enemies, we are only at, and just completing quest chain, why am I going that way? We are not even yet at 100 faction tokens. I mean, if we open the faction token bags, I guess we are. But, like, still, the point stands. We are very, very low. In faction tokens, when we will, like, that's 1/15th, I think, of the total number we'll need. We need a lot more. Okay, alright. Where's the actual quick build? There it is. Just gonna go with the full-on tank strat. Get some. I mean, I guess in theory, in an actual run, you could have gotten more imagination kits, but get the idea. This one I want to be slightly careful, so I'm going to do a little bit of this. Should be fine. Why didn't my shield activate? Oh, I'm not dead here. I'm wondering if I can just... I think I can just fight those three all at once. Smash all of them, and then... Oh, I wouldn't be able to rebuild all of those quickly enough, though, would I? They'd respawn before then. Okay, that's fine. Wonder if I could just... Edgy thought, could I literally just make a jump over to the... Another day, perhaps. I wonder if there's just a faster route of getting back, if you can literally just run and jump into the updraft. Right, let's just... Okay. Got everything. I think we got everything I need. We've most importantly just need to ensure we have the... Yep, that's good. What did you want? I'm done. I'm probably even done with the... Well, I was going to say I'm done with thinking that jump would work. No. that I was done for even going that way to begin with, because that was the wrong way. So let's go this one now. But yeah, yeah. I do kind of play games, but only really one, and it's a dead child's game. Like, it's awkward. There's awkward kind of things there. Go. That's up there. It's definitely one of the conversations of all time. Really? We beggeth to differeth. Doesn't look like there's any real reason for going for that jump then. It doesn't seem to be much faster. We need to talk to all of these guys individually. Will they all give me cutscenes? I hope not. No. Okay, good. Really just use Score Central over here. And Nostalgia is, I think, my preferred one, even though I don't use them that often. Panda Style G, if there were to be one which would give a useful skip, it would be that one. Don't think there's any reason I'd ever use that. I meant this, but I guess. No, that's not true. Won't be any reason I'll ever use that, I don't think, because whilst it is one of the most interesting items so far, I have yet to find any actual skips with it. Find this interesting. This is how the ground pounds work there. Why do we get the white ninja head? I always get the black ninja head. I would say it's really tempted to sell it, but you can't. Okay, yeah, this was definitely a smash yourself one. Mace, despite how late I left it, still faster. Yeah, you've just got to really be willing to let go of some coins for those. But honestly, if like every time you go back through Nimbus Station, you just... Yeah, come on. Really prefer it if I didn't... Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I die. I guess, yeah, if every time I went back through Nimbus Station, I just spent that on something useful. Maybe. I wonder if I... Okay, just an idea. So, using this imagination regen ability holds you in place, right? But what if I do that? It's too slow? So I've got to just test this quickly. Because I think... Yeah. I feel it should be possible to hit this, like, just a half second before I walk onto that. I think it launches me into the air way too soon, and then this thing checks whether or not I'm in the air. Nope, still not. Because in theory, I could still do it whilst I'm moving along the floor. Fairly certain there's no issue with that. So maybe the geometry there's not right for that. Like, that in theory should be possible. Because you will still have a tiny amount of momentum. Maybe there's just not enough momentum. The geometry isn't good enough to help you carry that momentum. Let's never speak of this again. So I happen to know I'm invincible at the moment. I have no idea why. I noticed that I got kind of stuck. It's as though my character continued to fall and the game just smashed me anyway. Or smashed me a second time. Or killed me a second time. Oh, I didn't actually pay attention to what the last one was. That's weird. Collect them specifically in Forbidden Valley. They're saying, will these even aggro onto me? No. No, they won't. Huh. Well. I've no evidence of this bug happening in life is the only annoying thing. Great. Well, it's now slightly more accurate, but I still have 0 health. Yeah, I know. I know, and I'm very much about to die. Why the heck aren't you doing your job, Rock Fury? Interesting. Okay, there we are. So, the game checks whether you're out of... Game checks whether you're out of health, but not whether you're out of armor when deciding whether or not you should be smashed. Because, of course, you shouldn't be able to have 0 armor. Or 0 health with finite armor. What the heck are you doing, Blood Fury? Get over here, you guys. Why does Brick Fury keep shooting one random Ronin and then not, you know, the horseman? Never misses a shot. Yeah, it doesn't always... You can't miss the shots you don't take. I realised I sounded like a... kind of like a bad motivational poster, but also the wrong way around for a motivational poster. Couldn't find that for a second. So we'll just do this standard trick of literally just, hey, this thing's misaligned. Let's clip into it. I'm sure I've done that many, many times. You guys have seen. I'm going to get a couple of those, not so we can use them, because I think they're the only region-locked item here. I think. I'm thinking ahead to when we go to Ninjago. That's the reason I'm doing that. Okay, nothing down there. Well, there would be. There would be one thing down there. What was I meant to be doing? Was I meant to be fighting a dragon? I assume so. Dragon. How much do I get? Smash 1 dragon, that's worth it. Smash 3 dragons. The time sink actually does become significant. So the later mission, it might not be worth it to do that. Let's get some water. See, I have not drunk in a while. And making the mistake of doing this whilst my throat was already painful from having talked to a ton of people. Not helping. Alright. Let's go. Don't do damage to none of you. Yeah, and this is a great place to farm for the dragon rights as well. Which, that it might be worth doing, actually. No, I don't want to be fighting with this. There we are. Okay, so I do want to be a little bit clever with this, because I will want to have the zip gun handy. Why did that also not grant me invincibility? Yeah, okay, I'm dumb. No. An interesting strategy. I mean, I know I can hardcore you these. I'm just wondering if there was something faster. I guess. Yeah, I guess we just hardcore you strats. Plus changing out. I don't try to use too much damage boosting, I guess. Not really a damage boost, sorry, but you know what I mean. I guess it kind of is, just not in the sense that's usually useful. Yeah, so they're all more than doable on their own. With just this, I don't really need the zip gun. That. So make sure to stand a little ways back. And then 2-2-3. Easily good enough weapon to bring us home. Oh, but I do, I'm now getting distracted because of this, needs to be careful. It's actually, don't die, briefly. I know I'm not doing this very optimally right now. Right, I'm just gonna take some precautions so we don't die. Just trying to save those for later, but I will. Be very careful not to get stun locked in. Alright, yeah, I just need to be careful I have enough imagination to make it through the quick build. I mean, I don't need to have enough imagination to make it through the quick build, but life is much, much, much easier if I do. It's annoying. But actually doesn't lose me too much time because I've been knocked back anyway. Okay, and learning the cycle makes this easier. Okay, just get ready to use that. So not that ready to use it though. Also, why does that deal more damage than Butterscorch? I'm fairly certain anyway. So misremembering. Okay, I want to be clever about this. Don't want to die to those guys, so I'm actually going to do something I never do. Let's go up there. No, you're... I am so angry right now. The vibes are rancid, and I am salty. Okay, that's a bit of a meme. Alright then. See, I mean, as long as I'm paying a little more attention than I was there. Just was thinking a little bit too hard about those guys who just spawned. Do need to be more careful with that. Okay, I'm noticing I'm getting a lot sloppier. When it comes to thinking. Think would be the summary. Okay. Okay, but that time I didn't, so it was, I literally just ran behind the back there when I shouldn't have, I guess. Be careful not to... Okay, so as long as you don't jump around the back the way I did, I guess you don't de-aggro this guy. That was just very unfortunate. And there's no way I'm going assembly simply for the sake of retaining aggro. As much as I love assembly, it is not the right class for this challenge, right faction. We're going to be coming up to those guys spawning in soon. I'm going to make that simple. Just do this. Right. Slightly embarrassed by the noise of panic I just made. So I need to dodge and wave. Let's get those. Don't go too far away. There we are. Okay. You don't have gravity, do you? Of course not. Just take that. It's fine. And then we are more or less stretch. Come on. Come on. I like the almost sarcastic addition of imagination to my bar now. It's just like, oh, come on. Too little, too late. Oh well. We can still do this. differ, but okay. No likey. Come on. That was close. That was an interesting edge case. You don't see too often. The reason why that Ronin remained on 0 health. I'm not certain. I had a theory as to what it was, but I think it might be wrong actually. Really? You can tell it was a while back that I came up with the hardcore use strats for this. And they honestly came at a perfect time to regenerate some health for me, so I'll take it. Need to get back on predicting the compound, because I'm doing that badly, and that's what's causing me to take damage. Rip. Well, I was coming up to the end of the time to do this because I'm going to. As I was saying, yeah, coming to the end of the time after this because I'm going to go get dinner in a sec. But yeah, I mean, made some progress. I haven't actually updated the notepad document with anything, but that's honestly because I don't think we've found anything significantly deviating from the obvious strats. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna call it for now. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Injo. See you around. Goodbye. Wait. Nope. The thing about the second monitor is I can't just push my mouse up into the top corner of my screen and find the close button. It just goes onto the other screen. So, okay. Now, goodbye.